According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, up to 20% of every 100 veterans suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. There's a unique program that is helping some veterans in Charlotte called Project Healing Waters. Carolina Impact's producer John Branscombe tells us more.
Project Healing Waters is an organization that basically found out what I found out, and that is that when I get down in that water, it's just me and the fish, and therefore I get to forget about everything else. I am Judson G. I am the program lead for Project Healing Waters in Charlotte. Veterans have been in a different situation, and therefore this is very therapeutic for them.
My name's Calvin Norton. I was in the Army 1968-69 as an infantryman in Vietnam. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, just seeing the carnage.
Well, my name is John Coggin, but my middle name's Patrick. I like to be called Patrick. I served in Persian Gulf in the United States Navy from 90 to 96. I transferred over to the United States Army. I was in 3.5 years and I was medically retired due to an injury.
Well, I had trouble ever since I come back from Vietnam, but I didn't know it was PTSD. I went through life with a lot of anger, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, highs and lows, and it was just hard to deal with.
I know that in some of my darkest hours, when depression took a hold of me, it's easy to sink into a hole where all you do is think sinister thoughts, dwell on things that only increase your stress and anxiety. There was a time when nothing gave me joy, and that was my bottom. And I was lucky to have a mother that was there for me and get me into a VA, get me into a program, and bring me back from the brink. You got to surround yourself with people that encourage you. And people in this group, in Healing Waters, from day one, from our first meeting, were very welcoming.
My name's Clinton Lewis. Well, while I was in the Army, I had a stroke. You got to have patience. You know, when you catch a fish, you know, normal fishing, you want to pull it back, fish pull it, and you pull it. But on fly fishing, just let the fish go.
That's a big fish.
The sound of the water, it's very calming. This is the first time I've ever had the opportunity to fly fish. Something I lost when I was in the military was patience. And being able to relearn that skill and to really take my time in things, because military is go, 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 scheduled, very rigid, and being able to relax and get back into a calm setting and be able to re-engage with people has been really therapeutic.
And once you get in the water, man, you just relax, you know, and hey, you don't have to catch no fish, you know, just feel like you're free. You don't worry about nothing.
I'm grateful for this group and this organization. I'm hooked.
What a gorgeous story. Thanks so much, John. Project Healing Waters has 200 chapters across the country. The group here in Charlotte meets once a month at the VA, and they go fishing once a month, so lots of good opportunities. Well, another organization in Charlotte trying to help our veterans is Veterans Bridge Home. We have Stephen Cole here to tell us more about it. Stephen, I understand you are a West Point grad. Tell us a little bit about your veteran experience.
Indeed. Charlotte native, went to West Point out of high school here, served in the Army as an Army officer for 20 years and decided at the end of our service, our family decided, let's try Charlotte, North Carolina.
Now recently, this organization has changed its name. It used to be known as Charlotte Bridge Home. Help us understand why the change and what you're able to help our veterans with.
Absolutely. Veterans Bridge Home, it indicates to our veterans in the community, 50,000 in Mecklenburg County alone, that this was an organization that's there to help them. It's really there to help these military service members and their families transition from military service into our community. We know that veterans really need three things to successfully transfer their skills from military into civilian life, and one is a job, 2 is connection to the services that exist within our community. And 3 is a network of friends, just a place to be yourself and network and find a home here in Charlotte.
Which is no small task. There are a lot of different organizations that try to help our veterans, but I imagine it's hard because do you go here first or do you go there first? And you're sort of that collective opportunity for folks to have one-stop shopping and you'll get them connected?
Absolutely. So there are 60 human service providers in Mecklenburg County who provide veteran services to veterans and their families specifically. But knowing which one works for you and which one you qualify for isn't easy. And what we want to do is we want to lower those barriers. We want to get those veterans to those services that are there and doing great work to help them as fast as they can. So to ease that transition, to speed it along.
And what are you seeing as sort of an increase in volume, I understand, coming to you?
We sure are, and I think what it is the name change has helped. So veteran in the title, folks know that veteransbridgehome.org is a place where they can open up to the services that exist here. We've met 3,000 plus veterans over the last 3 years, and over the last year we've helped 1,000 veterans and their families integrate into our community. Mostly because of the good work that our social services and our human service network is providing for our veterans and their families. What's
the last thing you would like veterans out there who are maybe feeling disenfranchised or alone to know?
You know, it really, you do need a friend and you do need a network. We talk about being the bridge. Veterans Bridge Home is a bridge from your military service to your civilian life. It's a bridge from generation to generation. It's a bridge to your new life and your new home here in Charlotte, Mecklenburg County.
Stephen Cole, Director of Advancement for Veterans Bridge Home, thank you so much for your information and for all that you do for our veterans.
Thank you for having me.